Bearden was so prolific, and he wasn't afraid to work in so many different areas. So I think what the public thinks of the collage, the black and white collage, with the half black face, the big lip, the one eye, the nose, and they think of that as Bearden. And when I say, you Romare Bearden, and I describe that, oh yeah, I know that. But if I had said the guy who does those wonderful watercolors, who was inspired by Matisse.
Right, they don't, yeah.
The black guy who understood Cézanne perspective. So when you look at the world, somewhere in there, there's a table or a chair or piano keys that you can see the top of the keys and at the same time see the front of the keys. They don't get it. They don't see the full scope of it.
Yeah, the interesting thing is, I think that's because Bearden was such a student of art history. He just loved art history. I mean, there have been people who have said that he is self-taught. He's not self-taught, in terms of technical aspects. He did go to NYU. He was in the School of Education. But when you look at the classes that he took art instruction classes. But where he was self-taught was a lot of art history. So he just had an interest in the masters of the 13th century, which was, they were doing very flat-looking things, and he picked up all of that sort of interior space. And then, moving towards the more Renaissance perspective, what didn't interest him as much. But you'll see a lot of his work, those interior scenes are based on those 13th century flat perspective.
You see, that was my favorite. The interiors were my favorite. So when I spoke to him, I mentioned the interiors because they reminded me of Cubism.
Yeah.
And then the idea that he could capture maybe the more benign kind of outside activity, and then catch something very personal in one room of the inside of the apartment at the same time.
Right, at the same time. And I think he was attracted to Cubism because he liked that flatness. It's sort of like storytelling in a way. I mean, you have to put everything towards the front, and you have to give clues. And I think that Cubism does that for you. It brings that fourth dimension into being. And I think Bearden, loved borrowing from those ideas, a world view of the way people lived. He always looked for the universals in imaging. And yes, I mean, he uses people who have the color black on them, but it's a very humanistic aspect that he's trying to bring out in all of his figures.